All right, guys, welcome back again. Justin Blends. We're going to talk about one hidden secret. Shh. Winning with blends, guys. Let's talk about the equalizer effect, or otherwise known as the parametric EQ. I want to show you guys a secret. Now, let me say this. This might be controversial, but this plugin is called Equalizer. It's the most advanced 4-band parametric EQ. I'm telling you, I've tried a bunch, and to me, as simple as it is, this is the most advanced 4-band parametric equalizer plugin. All right, you have all the different bands, and there's a hidden secret within here that very few people know of. It's an amazing tool. Let's dive in a little bit more, okay? So look at this. Of course, you have bands. You can choose your bands. You can choose the peaks that you want. You can choose how much you want to reduce or gain, to add or to remove from any set frequency range. Of course, you can adjust the frequency, which of course adjusts the frequency for that band. If you adjust the bandwidth, it's like zooming in or kind of zooming out to get a more of a broader look at a certain frequency range. So, for example, if you look at number 3, when I lower the band, it tightens that point, that center focused frequency, and narrows it down. But perhaps you want to add broad adjustments, so you can expand the width of that band, the bandwidth, essentially by increasing the number. Okay, you can also go in, of course, and make low pass settings. So let's go back here. Okay, double tapping is going to bring you back to 0. Now you can also go in to choose whether you want to do a high pass or low pass. So just for example, if you're on the high and you want to do a high shelf, you can adjust your frequency, and you can also adjust that. And now you see it's a whole shelf as opposed to just a peak. Let me bring this down so you can see number 4 clearly. It's a peak, but if you want to choose high, you can choose a high band pass and a high shelf, right, for this band. And now you can make larger, broader moves. Okay, let's go to the low pass as well. Let's make this narrow. Let's go all the way to the end. Of course, if I do a peak, it's just going to, and I bring it down and I sweep this over to the right, you're going to see it's just a peak. But if I switch it to low pass, here's when I get a little extra functionality. Okay, now, and in the sense of getting a low pass. Okay, same deal. You got 4 bands. Now, the thing that we're going to do to talk about this hidden secret is to, first things first, let's reset these. Okay, and we're going to send these drum tracks to the parametric equalizer, as you see, parametric EQ. Okay, let's send both of them just so that we can really enjoy this. I guess let's call it an experience. Okay, let's drop the master. Okay, there we go. So now it's back to a reasonable level. Okay, now watch this. Let's just go to, let's say, band 2. We have this feature that's called opposite left or opposite right. Now, of course, you can always choose to affect one frequency in one stereo in the left or the right side. So let's just say we choose 2, and we're going to go around the 500 hertz range. Let's increase that. Okay, you hear that coming through the left speaker. Let's bring it down, and now it sounds like the music's all the way to the right. Guys, get us some headphones. Okay, now let's do the same. Let's choose a different frequency range, and this time let's go to the right. All right, and let's increase that so you can hear it come to the right. Okay, let's go down. Let's minimize that. And so now that frequency range is no longer present in the right because we've minimized it, right? We've put it down minus 12 decibels. Now the secret sauce of this incredible application, this incredible plugin, is the opposite left and right. So what these do is, if I were to go to Opp right, so whatever equalization gain is applied to the right channel, the left channel receives the opposite equalization amount. So negative versus positive, positive versus negative. Likewise, if I choose the left equalizer, opposite L, left channel, opposite L, whatever equalization gain is applied to the left. So if I go to, let's say, this frequency range, and I make a gain increase on the left side, the right channel receives the opposite equalization amount. Again, positive versus negative. So look at that. As I push up the left, the right comes down. As I bring down the left, the right goes up. Okay? This is partially what you can do when you're doing your sound imagery, okay? Your stereo imagery, all right? Let's do the same. Let's choose a different frequency range, and this time go opposite right, okay? Whatever I increase on the right, the opposite is gonna happen on the left. Whatever I decrease on the right, the opposite will happen on the left. This thing is fantastic. It works so well when you're separating instruments, very thick sounds, maybe even lush pads. So many things you can do to create different types of atmosphere, and using this with automation is also fantastic. If you use a high shelf, for example, and you're focusing on opposite left or right, whichever way, there's just so many things you could do. You could do so much with this, guys. It's incredible. Look, what is equalization? Equalization is the process of increasing or decreasing the loudness of a specific frequency in sound, or specific frequencies within any given sound. So I'm hoping that you guys enjoy this. I find this tool to be absolutely incredible. It's one that I use so often to help with my mixing, to help with my mastering, to help with my separation of my instruments. You know, sometimes you get drum loops and you want the snare drum to be a little to the left or a little to the right. Well, you can do that. You can do that, right? With all of this functionality. So guys, thank you as always for checking this one out. Again, Justin Blends, winning with blends, guys. Let's do it. All the best to you guys, all right? Until next time, take it easy. But do leave a comment. Take care.